streaming. Huh. Hold on, I might have configured something slightly wrong here. Oh yeah, for sure I did. Why is the title wrong? I literally updated the title. For heaven's sake, dude. I literally updated the titles already. I could have swore. Now what does that do? Okay, so like the restream window popped up again on OBS because I had to like reconnect to it. That was what was wrong with it, I think. And I went live with the wrong title. What does that mean for? Oh no, yeah, it looks like it updated it. Okay. Sure. I'm sure that'll be fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong. I bet the notification in my Discord channel is the wrong title. Oh no, it's not. It's okay, cute, cool. It worked. I did it just in time. Anyways, let's pop out this chat. So I've got both the YouTube and Kick chat out as well as the Restream.io chat simultaneously. So my second monitor is a complete shit show. But I want to know if the Restream chat thing actually shows chat from both streams, then I want to know that. I mean, it's going to be like impossible for me to verify it because like it'll be a cold day in hell before I have a chatter on both Kick and YouTube, right? But we'll see. Okay, I don't need this dashboard open. I don't need any of these dashboards open. Restream like sent me some automated messages from this good fellow called Victor, who is, I guess, what they decided to name their chat bot. Oh my god, that reminds me. What was it? I forget if it's my current landlord or like or one of my past landlords. Huh. Either my current landlord or one of my past landlords. I hope it's one of my past ones. I hope it's not my current one. When you like scheduled your initial tour of the place and things like that, they would text you, okay? Like that was the main form of contact, is like, you know, via text. And what was completely insane was like the text would be like, "Hi, my name is like whatever their name was, I forget." And they seemed enough like a real person. Like, I feel stupid for not realizing this, obviously, but at the same time, the way that how do you call, what would you call these people? Like sales representatives and people like that, the way they talk is so robotic to begin with that it's maybe not surprising that a chatbot sounds like them. So that's my defense. And but yeah, so like basically this real estate company is using a chatbot to like talk to you, but the chatbot doesn't say that it's a chatbot. It's just like, "Hey, my name is whatever," and they have like a relatively convincing sort of conversation with you. And I like talked to one of the like an actual person in person. I'm like, "So hey, what is this thing that keeps texting me? Like we already resolved our deal or whatever. Like why is she, why was she texting me?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's our chatbot." And I'm like, "What?" And then like sort of after that, I decided one day, okay, what if I ask the chatbot if it's a bot? and I did, and it said that it's like, oh no, I'm not a chatbot. Um, and that to me is like the it should be fucking illegal, honestly. Okay, like I know it's God, it's so stupid for me to be cursing at the start of my YouTube video, but here we go. Anyways, it should be illegal for a company to use a chatbot and then have the chatbot claim not to be one. I find that so disgusting. I don't it's so wrong. I don't understand how that's conscionable for anyone to do. Like they probably see here's the stupid thing is whoever set it up probably didn't realize that was like a possible response, obviously, because we're just freaking throwing AI at things and like seeing if it'll save money. Who can we fire and replace with AI? Um, and then the AI does some stupid shit, like says like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm not a chatbot." It's just so wrong. Like, I I can't imagine a serious company doing it. Is the thing. Like you expect it out of the shitty companies that are like obviously just in it for the money, and they're like barely human to begin with. They're just entirely staffed by salespeople that just like don't have any opinions of their own. Like maybe this is like some of my bias a little bit too. I really don't like salespeople. Um, if evil exists in the world, and I'm an atheist, so I doubt that I should be talking about the concept of evil. But if evil does exist, um, it is salespeople and marketing people. The it's just the it seems so deeply wrong and disgusting to me to let a company buy your words, like buy your whole personality. Hey, you need to be a pretend person for us. It's it's so gross. It's so gross. It's so gross. Honestly, I'm thinking to myself, yes, this is a programming stream, by the way, for anyone who's showing up. I'm thinking to myself that I might think that marketing people and salespeople are worse morally than actors and um like oh, what's the polite word for it? Crap. People you pay to have sex with you. Because like I think actors are like I wouldn't say they're immoral. Okay, that was probably a little bit too far. Maybe you got confused. They're weird though. Okay, like someone who's it's their job to pretend to be someone else. Um, that's that's like a little bit weird. I feel like it kind of messes with people, right? Like I don't know how you have a normal life if you're doing that all the time. But it's fine because like the premise of a movie is that they're actors acting things, right? Like we know going into it there's not any deception going on, okay? Same thing with somebody you're paying to have sex. Um like fantasy is sort of part of it, right? I I would imagine. I actually don't know, believe it or not. But I that's my vague understanding of that world. Okay. To but a marketing person and a salesperson, you're because like if you're trying to like God, like think of a used car salesman, right? It's like, hey, I want to buy this vehicle. Um, I want to know if it's not like got things wrong with it. Does it have things wrong with it? And they will just lie to your face. They don't care. They will just they'll mislead you. They'll like distract you. They'll annoy you just to get money from you. Um, they're like when I bought. Okay, I've bought one car ever. Bought it from a used car dealership, um, and I don't understand how are these dealerships licensed? Like, are they for the car company directly? Like, it's I don't understand how that works. That's fundamentally strange. But because it had the car company's name on it, also the person's name on it, who I guess like started the branch. It, it's weird. But yeah, the used car salesman like they they were like trying to sell me this $1,000 specialized like weatherproof, waterproof coating they could put on the car for you, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't want it, and they're like, oh, but we already put it on the car. I'm like, excuse me, um, since the car was significantly more than the cost of that, I guess I didn't like I already decided that day like, oh, I'm going to buy this car. I don't want anything to get in the way of that, so I guess I'll just deal with the fact that they just stole $1,000 from me. What? I can't believe I was okay with that. That's what's looking back now. I'm like, I probably should have just walked out at that point, right? Like, I I don't know what set of words were exchanged to where that was a possible thing that happened. Um, I don't I don't understand. It's the craziest shit. And that was that car. Like the literal day after I drove it off the lot, the check engine light came on. I so so honestly, for like I know that was just like one experience, and honestly the check engine light thing was like something very minor. Um, so maybe this is just the reality of buying cars. I'm so glad to be selling my car right now, by the way, because I hate cars. I hate cars so much. They're just so complicated, and everybody in the business and anybody remotely attached to the business of cars who's making money related to cars wants to screw you over. Um, and if you're not some kind of genius expert on cars who like uh, knows what brand of spring is used with this year and this brand and this like make and model of car, like if you're not some deep expert, you're just gonna get screwed over, and they're just gonna take your money. I, it's so strange to me. I don't. I don't like car culture at all. It's disgusting. It's horrible. Everybody involved with it should be totally ashamed of themselves because it's absolute shit. Don't even get me started on the freaking driving tests, and Jesus Christ. Holy shit, I should do some programming today. Oh my god. Okay, so this thing was broken. Or like it kind of vaguely seems broken right now is my problem. Um right, and I want like a simple way to like kind of make it work but not do I want to like reduce its complexity and get like a smaller version of it working just to see. This function is too long. The argument list is ridiculous. So what I'd like to do, because I have a feeling that the weirdness is related to the size of the frame, the fact that I'm trying to fit like 600 in there. I want to kind of load it with the same thing always and see if that works. Let's see if that works. So we basically comment out all this stuff. Gonna load it the same way every time. And then if we're loading it the same way every time, we could also literally look at the bit level and inspect it for like errors, I guess, right? We can do that. But what we're copying is... What are we copying? How do you... Huh. I guess... Here's the weird thing. You can't just, like, write a literal in here. You know? I can't just put, like, 12.6 or whatever. Because it doesn't have a memory address. I don't think. Can you? Okay. I'm interested enough to know that I'm going to go ahead and Google it real quick. C, can you memcopy a literal? Or a constant. I always get things like literals, constants, or there's other possibilities too. But I can't think of them. I get them confused a lot. Let's see. Yeah, that's not going to work. It has no address, which could be given as a parameter to memcopy. Or another function that expects a memory location. If you want to do this, you need to have a real constant, such as const int, as suggested in the other answers. Huh. The usually more correct answer, however, is don't do this kind of thing at all. If something is a constant, you shouldn't copy it around. But the only valid reason you would be that you want a constant value to initialize a non-constant variable. But then it's much easier just to assign it than to memcopy. You don't understand my plight, Stack Overflow answer. I guess what I should do is like do this, or like what would I do? I would do this. It's 0 in this case, right? Yeah. I would do this, probably. What's weird is I think this might cause me some issues. I don't know. What is... Definitely comment that out. Okay, so I want to write all this here. None of these really matter, I don't think. I just need to make sure that whoever's calling this knows how big the message out is going to be. Because message out length matters here when we're sending it, right? Um, 10? 10, I think. I think 10 is the answer. Basically, I just want to test that I could actually send something to my client, because that's currently not working. Do you compile? Yes, you do compile. Okay. Let's try this out, and let's see if we can get our client to receive something. Let's see. Can I switch to that scene? There it is. Okay, good. So the server's running. I can at least run this. None of this matters because that's not where we're going to be sending back. Okay. Game received it. Oh, the server received it. And if I hit spectate, that will just cause the client to send a request to get information from the server. And the server should just return that hard-coded information. It's not going to really spectate. Oh! Yes! Yes, it worked! Oh my goodness. Oh, that's great news. That's such good news. Holy cow. This is fantastic. Okay. So, this is a great starting point. Now we just need to iteratively get towards where we want to be. Let's try sending in a dynamic value. Very good. I don't feel good about what I said at the start of the stream. I meant it though. Is the weird thing. I feel like it was really wrong to say though. I feels weird. Okay, I have a client. The server received the data. We're going to spectate. Does it get the message? It does. It does receive the message. That's great news. Okay. So why, pray tell, does this not want to work? Okay. What if we did... What if we sent multiple, right? We could easily send like 10. Let's try sending like 5. Right? So if I'm sending 5, then this payload length, this message out length is going to be 50, I think. This is still about right. Payload length. payload length is this thing that we're sending into it. Wait. No, I think that's right. Okay, that could be the source of our troubles. Is that, like, it's, well, actually, I could go ahead and, like... Let's expect that this is wrong somehow. Right? Let's expect that this is wrong. So I want to ask myself, what is this value? My bad. Because this should be like 600, I think. Let's find out. Huh, why does my mouse just like disappear like that? That's silly. What bytes do we get back, if any? 50 bytes! Yes! Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Did it... Hold on. Real quick. Oh, no. Never mind. Yeah, it's not... The logic to actually interpret the data we sent it is I disconnected that for the purposes of testing. That's kind of... Oh, I forgot to check. Where is... Num events to send is 600. That's the exact number I would expect it to be. Okay. So everything's going fine. Until we get here. So... I don't know why it wasn't an else if before. That's a little bit weird. So this definitely seems to be the source of some issues. Oh, I left this in. Huh. Guess it didn't really matter. Huh. What should be the... Crap. What should this be? Was this wrong before, I wonder? Oh, no, we wanna redo. Okay. Let me just figure out what this was supposed to be. No elements? I think that's right. Okay, so the second argument to this is 600. Is 600. So I guess the only other thing I would think is like the data didn't actually get loaded into the array that we're copying from correctly. That's always possible. I thought this is what you did. You set it equal to 126. Assuming that's correct. I think it should be. I don't think you should have to do this. A mem copying to Buffer plus 2. And I'm copying 2 bytes. You know, actually, payload length could be like the wrong size. Couldn't it? Is it possible that even if you do H2NS on this, this would just, if it's like a 4 byte or larger variable, then wouldn't this just look at the first 2 bytes, see that they're all zeros, and reverse the zeros, and you would not get what you want? Okay, let me run this real quick. I'm going to run this real quick just to verify that we still don't receive it from our server. Because, you know, sometimes when you just run the same thing again, it works the second time. Okay. And the server, yep, the server got it now. And now does the server send data back? We do? Why did we get data from the server? Why is it 50 bytes? We got 50 bytes from the server because this is the, right. That, does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Very good. Does the server receive it? Yes, they do. Do we get anything from the server? No, we do not. You can even see for a second there it said sent 6,000 bytes, but the client didn't receive it. Now we get to spectate on why that is. Okay, so my first guess is if you do printf, this, you're going to get a number bigger than 2. I mean, I should know, because this is a thing that it's a size T. What is size of size T? What is it? What is... It's an int. It's an int, it's an int, it's an int. Yeah. What if... Okay. Let's go all in on this. It's not an int, but let's do this, and let's also print bits payload length, and let's print bits network ordered. Does print bits end with a new line? No? Why? That's weird. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's mad. It's still mad. Oh, it's really mad still. Makes pointer from O. Yeah, I think that's right. Because it's asking for a pointer. Yeah, it's asking for a pointer. Okay. Now when we run our game, it should give me all that diagnostic information. And I can confirm my theory. Okay. Here we are. That's not what I expected. Size of payload length is 8. But H2NS did not get all zeros. Interesting. So either of these should have worked. I think. Either this or that should have worked, I thought. What if I did this? Does this magically work? Well, this is this not a signed value though? That's potentially an issue. Wait a second. That really? What am I using as the third argument here? Okay. You're a size T, which is apparently 8 bytes, which is uint 64. I think size T is undefined, is unsigned, so maybe that shouldn't be an issue either. Okay. So my guess currently is none of this nonsense is related to the actual problem, and instead buffer 2 equals 600 would totally work. Would that work? Wait a second. What would that do? Isn't this supposed to... This is supposed to be 2 bytes, right? If I bring up the RFC again. RFC 6544. That's not it, is it? It's 6455? It is 6455. Darn it. Yeah, here it is. Extended payload length. So this is just 2 bytes. So, what if I did this, and I did that. Well, it's not network ordered necessarily, but yeah, I feel like that should work. Server's got it. Does the server send us data now? Or receive data now? It does not. Okay. So we're now fairly certain that we've got some other unrelated problem here. But what? Is this right? Does this make any sense? The first 2 bytes would be... Are there, those are taken, and then this is 2 more bytes. And this is saying buffer 1 is equal to 126. Now, does this mess it up? Right? Is this the issue? So do I go... How would I... Because maybe it interprets this 126 as, I don't know, an int. It almost certainly isn't going to interpret it as a uint 8. Right? Why would it interpret it as a uint 8? Wouldn't it interpret it as like an int or something? Who knows? It's ambiguous, right? It's ambiguous. It would probably try to interpret it as like a char star, like the Lord knows. Actually, if it interpreted as a char star, it should work just as is, but I don't know, right? That's certainly a potential issue, right? So we gotta try that. Is that going to be the source of all of our problems? Is that innocuous little equals 1, whatever it was, 126? Wait for the server to get it. Okay, the server has the data. Does the client receive anything? No, it does not. The client still doesn't receive anything. Frick, dude. What is going on? So... Don't put a semicolon there. I don't know. Is this the secret sauce we need? I really don't know. Nope. What is the deal? What is the actual deal with this? Let's try something else. Let's try hard coding this to 13. Which would be just enough to exceed the normal payload size thing, I think. So if I understand our situation correctly, this should not work. This will, the client will not receive this frame. The client does not receive this frame. Okay. This is interesting because I've never sent a larger frame before. But if I say 12, it should work. Because that's going to be 122 bytes, I think. Yep. Okay. At least we understand our problem currently. We understand our plight. Our plight is that we cannot send a frame. We can't send a frame larger than 125.6 bytes. Or payload that large. But I can print that much stuff, right? So I'm just gonna go with 13 elements, and I'm gonna print buffer, and I'm gonna print. You want size in the pointer, so buffer actually goes here at the end. Wait, no, I can't say payload start. I can say like plus 6. These are number of bytes, right? These are not number of bits. These are number of bytes. Yeah, so, okay. It's going to be printing out a lot of data, but in theory it'll help me debug. In theory, I can figure it out. This is so bizarre. This is definitely one of the harder things we've ever had to debug. Okay. Let's see what we're dealing with here. That's a lot of bytes. It's a little bit strange that those are empty. Oh, I could have just done like... What's header size? Oh, wait a second. Is that right? What is this used for? That's just used for that. It doesn't matter if it's inaccurate. Why do I think the answer here is 4? Am I stupid? Why did I think it was 6 down here? Buffer plus 4 would suggest that it's 4 bytes of header. Yeah. So the 4 bytes of header is, this is fin, this is 3 zeros, this is 2, an opcode of 2 indicates that it's binary data. This indicates that it's not masked. This is, what number is this? This, I believe, is the number 126, which would make sense because 127 is like another special value. Let me see here. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 64 plus 32 is 96. 96 plus 16 is 112. 112 plus 8 is 120. 120 plus 4 is 124. 124 plus 2 is 126. Yes, this is 126. What is this? I believe That's... Why does it start with a 1? Help me out here. Why does that start with a 1? Huh? Okay. Maybe this is a network byte order thing. But so this is 256. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. No, it's 128. Yeah, 128 plus 2 is 130. 130 is the payload size, but I expected it to be over here. Okay. So let's entertain the possibility. So this is totally fine, but this maybe isn't. So we tried this. Let's try that. We sent 132 bytes. That would explain why these two are zeros, because I was like mistaken about the size of the buffer when I initially had this here. Okay. So let's try this. This shouldn't work because I thought I already tested doing it this way. Server got the data, asking the server, server sent things, client didn't receive it. Okay. So for all the good it did, we did swap this. We successfully swapped that, and the rest of it is payload. As far as I can tell, the client should be perfectly happy with that. Okay. I don't understand what I'm missing. This is 1, 2, 3. Well, this is 4 bytes, I believe. 2. Why does it only look like 3 bytes? Oh, because they did this weird thing where they're not counting in binary up here, and therefore it confuses me. Okay. Yeah, so this is 4 bytes, 4. Oh, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is actually 8 bytes. This would be 8 bytes if this is equal to 127. Okay. Masking key if mask set to 1, which it's not. I believe that's this bit right here. And it is not set to 1. If 126, the following 2 bytes interpreted as a 16-bit unsigned integer are the payload length. If 127, the following 8 bytes interpreted as a 64-bit unsigned integer, the most significant bit must be 0, are the payload length. Multi-byte length quantities are expressed in network byte order, which I claim I've done. Note that in all cases, the minimal number of bytes must be used to encode the length. For example, the length of a 124-byte long string can't be encoded as the sequence 126, 0, 124. The payload length is the length of the extension data plus the length of the application data. So if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this qualifies as being large enough because you can't set the most significant bit over here because it's reserved for like the mask thing. So this is large enough. And I'm not going to count all these, but I think this is the right number of bytes to follow it with. Because 132 minus 4 is 128. I don't understand. Masking key. All frames sent from the client to the server are masked. Payload data x plus y bytes. The payload data is defined as extension data concatenated with application data. This is weird, right? Extension data. The extension data is 0 bytes unless an extension has been negotiated. Okay. Application data. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what extension and application data is. What is this? What's this down here? What is that all about? Is this like defining it as like you define a programming language or something? I literally can't think of another thing to do to figure this out. Yeah, and it's not. It can't be some obvious client bug because the client does receive the data if I send less of it. Basically, the second I try to do this, it breaks. I don't understand it. I mean, I can almost certainly just do this. This, I think, is actually necessary. This, I think I actually have to do. Well, let's see. Oh. Hello. Hello, Mr. Daniel Everett. How's it going? Dude, I'm so stuck right now. I don't know how to solve this freaking problem. How are things with you? Let me see here. JavaScript WebSocket. I want to see if I can get my WebSocket to like tell me when it receives data and not just be silent. Things are going good over here, just struggling to stay awake, lol. Yeah. What time is it over there? Wherever you are. It's only 8:30 over here. Just want to drop in and say hi since you're fellow dev. Well, thank you so much. It's 9:37 p.m. That's relatively early. What kind of development stuff do you do, Daniel? Trying to use the routes.js file to send a message within a certain web page. Within a certain page, eventually going to target the socket message with specific web class clients. This is probably some syntax error, right? WS.onMessage do whatever. Server example. I'm not using Node.js, to be clear. Client example. WS on message function. So, yeah, this is totally unrelated. I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of results just searching for like, why isn't this working? Uh, okay. Explain yourself, WebSocket message event. Well, have a nice night. Hey, you too, man. Hope to see you tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow. I don't usually stream on Fridays, but maybe Monday? I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you around, hopefully, because I do hope to. I mean, I'm gonna be working on this project for a very long time, so hopefully, yeah, you'll see me around. Hopefully, I won't just be working on this one problem for like the next 3 months. Use the event name and methods like add event listener. You don't say. I'm working on a blog site, so I will be in and out of the stream if you do stream in next weeks. Well, hey, that would be fantastic. It'd be great to have someone around. I usually stream to 0 viewers, so I'm sure you know the struggle if you've ever streamed programming. I mean, I say that like I'm entitled to viewers, but oh, I have 2 viewers right now. Hey, 2 viewers, what are you doing with your life? What's wrong with you? This is incredibly boring. I don't understand what you're doing here, but thank you. I've streamed on Twitch before, never got any viewers. Lol. Yeah. I mean that was my experience streaming on Twitch as well. That's why I'm trying Kick out, you know, because if you're the first person to show up on like sort of a new platform, basically because of scarcity, because because nobody has better options than me, I will get viewers. That is the theory. That is the theory. Okay, this is the event properties. This is if you actually receive a message event, which I am not for some reason. Did I have this working with text before? I don't think I did. I don't think I ever tried sending a longer message. This is not a lot of information. Do I dare look at a standards document? I've never looked at a standards document before. Kick is still pretty desolate, but it's growing more and more. Yeah, I mean, certainly the software development category in Kick seems pretty, um, not terribly exciting. Software development or game development. It's weird. There's like, I should technically be streaming on game development, but because I'm like developing a game. But there's more followers in the software development category, so I'm like, I guess I'll try streaming software development. I don't know. And there's like streams where it's just some dude who's got, I guess, like a Kick chat bot, and somehow there's like 100 or something viewers on those streams, but they're not really. There's not anyone in the stream. It's just like music playing. I don't get those. I don't get what's going on those streams. Totally perplexed by the existence of those. Like if I just titled my stream "Lo-Fi Hip Hop Beats to Study To" or whatever, and played an audio playlist, would I get 100 views there too? Is that how to do it? Is listening to music more interesting than me? Probably, yeah. No, that sounds about right, now that I think of it. When the WebSocket connection is established, the user agent must queue a task to run these steps. I don't know what on earth I'm looking at here. When a WebSocket message has been received with type, and data, the user agent must queue a task to follow these steps. So I've never read a standards document before. This is very strange. If ready state is not open, then return. Let data for event be determined by switching on type and binary type. Type indicates that the data is text, type indicates that the data is binary, type indicates that the data is binary, and binary type is array buffer. Okay. So this is like guidance on the creators of the person who's implementing WebSocket, how to do it. Closing handshake. Connection is closed. User agents must not convey any failure information to scripts in a way that would allow a script to distinguish the following situations. Oh boy. Server's hostname could not be resolved. A server to which packets could not successfully be routed. A server that refuses a connection on the specified port. A server that failed to correctly perform a TLS handshake. A server that did not complete the opening handshake. A WebSocket server that sent the correct opening handshake but the specified options caused the client to drop the connection. The server specified a subprotocol that the client did not offer. A WebSocket server that abruptly closed the connection after successfully completing the opening handshake. In all these cases, the WebSocket connection close code would be 1006. Allowing a script to distinguish these cases would allow a script to probe the user's local network in preparation for attack. That sucks. Okay. This sort of explains why my WebSocket is just like pretending that the server doesn't exist. This is... do we get any more things? Ping and pong frames, close event interface, garbage collection. Huh. This is a tiny bit interesting. Does it say anything here about like incomplete frame message data frames? Does it talk about that at all? Is the word incomplete used? It is literally not. WebSocket protocol alterations, opening handshake. This is the interface. This isn't like network interface. This is like in programming an interface. This is completely insane. It's completely insane. I don't, huh. I swear, I would swear that I'm constructing this frame correctly. I would swear. I'm constructing it according to the RFC. And I would think constructing it according to the RFC would be sufficient. I don't understand. I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. Oh my god. This can't be real, can it? Who wrote this? Okay, thankfully it's just some person. Okay, I don't know why Google picked this as the top result, but it's like, hey, if you want to write a WebSocket in C, don't. Use a library. That's hilarious. Somehow I don't disagree, though. In this moment, I'm like, dang, I should have used the library. That's not true. I would never say that. Okay. Well, this is Reddit. Oh. Okay. That's interesting. Wait. Is this interesting? This is a handshake. Everything about handshake, keeping track of clients, exchanging data frames. Hey, where have I seen this before? The mask of it tells whether the message is encoded. Yes, we know this. Decoding payload length. To read the payload data, you must know when to stop reading. That's why the payload length is important to know. Unfortunately, this is somewhat complicated. To read it, follow these steps. Read bits 9 to 15 and interpret that as an unsigned int. If it's 125 or less, then it's the length and you're done. If it's 126, go to step 2. If it's 127, go to step 3. Read the next 16 bits and interpret those as an unsigned integer, you're done. Yeah, I thought... So this is describing what the... Well, no, I guess the server needs to know how to do this too, right? Message fragmentation. The fin and opcode fields work together to send a message split up into separate frames. This is called message fragmentation. Fragmentation is only available on opcodes 0 to 2, which means it's either a continuation frame or text or binary, I guess. Recall that the opcode tells what a frame is meant to do. If it's 1, the payload is text. If it's 2, it's binary. However, if it's 0, the frame is a continuation frame. This means the server should concatenate the frame's payload to the last frame it received from that client. No, that doesn't really explain it. No, that doesn't still doesn't really explain it. I mean, it could be something batshit like all the bytes are totally reversed that I'm sending out, but that I feel like I would have detected that way before now if that was an issue. Recall that the opcode tells what a frame is meant to do. If it's one as text, yeah, I just read that. Process complete message. Fin 0 opcode that. So I guess this sort of indicates that it's the first frame. I get it. Notice the first frame contains an entire message. It has fin equals 1 and opcode is not equal to 0x0. Yes, I understand what I just read. I don't know about pings and pongs. I don't think that's relevant here, but whatever. At any point after the handshake, either the client or server can choose to send a ping to the other party. When the ping is received, the recipient must send back a pong as soon as possible. You can use this to make sure that the client is still connected, for example. A ping or a pong is just a regular frame, but it's a control frame. Pings have an opcode of 9, pongs have an opcode of A. When you get a ping, send back a pong with the exact same payload data as the ping. You might also get a pong without ever sending a ping. Ignore this if it happens. Note, if you've gotten more than one ping before you get the chance to send a pong, you only send one pong. I didn't know that, but that's kind of cute. To close the connection, either the client or server can send a control frame with data containing a specified control sequence to begin the closing handshake. Yeah, this is useful. It doesn't help me with my specific issue, but this is a pretty good description of WebSocket. Also, I don't know anything about subprotocols, but I guess if I wanted to learn about them, I could learn about them here. Huh? Curious. Decoding messages. Okay, here's like a cute little decoding thing. Well, this is a very limited example. Does not work in general at all. Okay. Hmm. My thinking right now is if I found someone else's implementation and sort of could compare it to my own, I might be able to deduce what's wrong. This might be a helpful link. Micro WebSocket C library for minimal systems. Does this have like a really restrictive license somehow? Doesn't seem to have any license at all. Some parts are licensed by their authors. Okay, great. I'm so glad. What are these? Okay, anyways, WebSocket.c.h, handshake.c.h, base64 makefile client. I probably don't need to care about the client. It looks like they just put the JavaScript right in the HTML. Yeah, that's what I was doing. So that's totally reasonable. I don't know if I need to care about this. Okay, so it's got a GNU license. Technically, I can't use any of this code in my game. Why does it say HTTP? Why are we talking about HTTP? This is a WebSocket. So, okay. Handshake is roughly what I expected it to contain. So this, I assume this would be a longer file. Oh, it's not that big. WebSocket create frame. Oh, look at this. What's this all about? Struct WebSocket frame out data out length. Payload length is a part of this frame information. If payload length is less than 07D, which I guess is 125. If payload length is greater than this and it's less than or equal to that. Okay. So what did they do? Let's look at this. Let's look at this garbage. Okay, so this is always going to be that. And then they're changing 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And so, what are they doing here? They're right, I think this is right shifting 8. It's 8 bits, I believe. Let me make sense of that. Right shifting 8. So this is to make it network byte order, I believe. It's taking the second byte and putting it first. And this would write the first byte. And you're ending it with true, basically. You're ending it with all ones. That's a little bit silly, I think, but I mean, if it for heaven's sake, if this worked, then I wouldn't be complaining, then would I? Okay. And what do? We mem copy out data. I don't understand what this means. Pointer to out, not address. No, this is, so this is sort of dereferencing it, right? Because this is already a pointer, so we're getting the value at out length. Ah, that seems like a strange thing to do. Oh, no, it's not. It's not a strange thing to do because out length is equal to the header size. Yes, so that's totally reasonable, actually. Okay. Frame payload length. Out length plus equal frame payload length. Okay. This is basically doing exactly what I'm already doing. The syntax is ever so slightly different, and I could attempt to copy it, and I don't think it's going to make any difference. But I could try. Create closing frame, create text frame, create binary frame, create control frame. So they sort of just like generalized it here, and that seems pretty useful. Yeah. This is actually a pretty decent looking library, if you ask me. It is very minimal. It's very minimal, and that's awesome. Is this used anywhere else? I would expect that it's not really needed. It doesn't. You don't really need to do anything else with it. What's .h? Huh. Curious. This is a great library. I like this library a lot. So what's this? I think that's 7 times 16 plus A, B, C, D, E, which is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's 112 plus 15 is 127? No. What? E, what is E? A is, no, A is 10. A is 10, I'm wrong. So A is 0, A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14. Okay, I was off by 1, it is 126. This is 126. Interesting. So, right. So if I wanted to not do this, I could do this, right? It should basically result in the same binary being written. I think. Damn. So I'm just gonna steal that guy's code basically. Those few lines. Let's see. And do you... Yeah, you wrap that in parentheses, I guess. So you did payload length, right shift 8, and then you just did payload length. And then you and it with 0xff. That's not how you and, silly. Does it matter if we... I don't get the fancy spacing, but whatever. So this should be roughly equivalent to what I already did here. It does look nicer. I will say that much. Functionally, it should be identical. Functionally, it should be identical. All right, let's try this out. I mean, it makes me feel kind of good that their implementation looks so similar to mine, but also it makes me feel hopeless because I can't figure out why this isn't working. I don't understand, fundamentally. I don't get it. Sent 132 bytes. Client doesn't give a shit. Okay, yeah, that looks as I expected it to look. 132. $132? Wait. Wait a second. No. You wouldn't. It couldn't be. You wouldn't do this to me. This couldn't be the source of all my troubles, could it? No. No. No, that couldn't possibly be the case. Surely this won't suddenly act like it received a message now, right? Oh my god. Oh. No, I mean, it makes... Honestly, it makes perfect sense. It explains everything. It explains... I'm done. Good night. Farewell. This was some shit. Fuck this. God damn it. I'm so fucking stupid. Fucking shit. Fuck. I figured it out, though. We figured it out. I'm not done. I can't be done. Okay, hold on. I wanted to just like dramatically end the stream and be like, fuck it. But I'm probably not streaming again until Monday. And I want to see this shit work. Fucking shit. Fucking shit. Shit. Fuck shit. Shitting. Fuck shit. God damn it. Piece of shit. Motherfucking Jesus Christ. This had nothing to do with anything. This had nothing to do with anything. This was fine. This was always fine. I mean, the host and network short thing was totally necessary all along, but... Oh, my code is structured so poorly. I was just begging for this I was begging for this to happen to me. Right? Like, the disorganization of the code. It's just so shit. It's so bad. Especially compared to that nicely organized library we just looked at. Oh. Oh. I want to see this work. That's what I want. Run the server. I'm pretty sure this is loading the latest version of the code. Does it receive the data now? I don't think it would print anything. Oh, it printed something. Interesting. One or more reserved bits are on. Wow, that's a really helpful message. What the heck? I can't believe that. Wow, that's a helpful message. Obviously that shouldn't be possible. I don't understand what just happened. Received a message of 0 bytes. Huh? Huh? Stop the server. Actually, did I just... What the crap did I print out? Oh! So many bits! Sent 6,004 bits per bytes, which is exactly... That's right. That's exactly how many we should be sending. We should not be printing out all these bytes like a maniac. That much is certain. Do we have anything going on here? Okay. So that's a lie. Those bits are all zeros, I claim. Where's the other... Here it is. So why did that message show up? That doesn't make any sense to me. Received a message of whatever bytes. That doesn't... I don't... That shouldn't be possible. It shouldn't be possible because I reassigned. I thought maybe I should just do add event lister. I don't know. This, we should have seen this message. Regardless, right? Well, no. Yeah, we should have. I thought, I would think. I don't... What? I really don't get what happened here. Oh, no, yeah. No, we did see this. We saw both of these. What? One or more reserved bits are unreserved. How? I don't... That shouldn't... It says it received a message of 0 bytes. I didn't send 0 bytes. We'll just try running it again, I guess? I don't... Am I gonna have another rabbit hole of a problem to deal with? Just my luck. That would figure. That would figure. This program is cursed. I need to organize my code sensibly if this is going to keep happening. Okay, server received the data. We processed 12,000 bytes. 12,000 bytes? Is that right? That can't be right. What? Oh, hold on a second. Wait, no, it doesn't make any more sense. $300. We're sending 300 times 2, which would be... Oh, it's the overhead, though. There's a lot of overhead. Never mind. Never mind. That's actually totally reasonable. It's the overhead. The massive amount of overhead causes it to be like twice as much data. Okay. So, anyways, we did that. Now we try this. Do we get the same error again? We do! We get the same error again. What the heck is happening? Okay, I've got maybe 5 minutes to figure this out before I just give up. So it must be, something must be wrong here? I don't get that. I mean, I printed out the bits. It's not setting RSV. Unless this is wrong somehow? If I'm doing buffer plus 2, I thought. Oh. This is completely necessary. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. Control C. So let's reset this back to how it was before, which was 126. So that I recognize it as being my code and not the stolen code. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was the source of the issue. God, I'm so tired. I'm not actually that tired, but like by the fact that I'm making all these mistakes, and like that's probably an indicator that I need to go to bed. But I just want to see this work. God dang it. At least this is a TypeScript error though, right? Surely I could debug TypeScript 2 hours into a 1 hour stream. Surely I can debug TypeScript. Easy peasy, no problem. Line 425. This is easy. What file? Spectator display. Line 425. It says cannot read properties of undefined reading push. So this key message process is equal to undefined. What? Huh? What? Come again? It's clearly not undefined though. Unless this isn't bound. Yes, we've seen this before. We know what happens. Yes. Why is this colored differently? Oh, because it's not a function. Okay. We begin again. We start the server. And then we wait a second because my server runs really slow. Okay, and then we send all this data to the server. Okay, and then we wait for the server to process it, and then the spectator receives said data, right? It's not going to work. I just wanted to see the console.logs. Okay. We see... yes. This... Okay. Yeah, this is not bound. That's something I know how to solve. You just bind this. Now it's going to work for sure. Surely that code I wrote 2 days ago... Is that right? No, I thought I wrote most of this code yesterday. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. It's all becoming a blur now. Okay. We connect. We send 600 player key events. The server receives the 600 player key events and stores them in an internal memory store. Then the spectator asks for that data, stores it, and plays it back. That was weird. That certainly did something, didn't it? We got like 600 boos. Wait, yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. We got 222 boos. That's fewer than I would expect to see exactly 300 boos. Would I not? Something weird happened there. Okay. I might vaguely know what's wrong here. So on server message, we add them to key events to process. And then something else is referencing it. I think it has something to do with this here. New key events is clearly being populated with like everything all at once, which shouldn't be happening. This is in seconds. Okay, one thing I could do is like check the integrity of the data. I haven't checked that yet. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So this is gonna... Testing is so slow. Testing this is really slow, but we gotta do it anyways. Why did that happen? Okay. Whoa, look at all that. Oh, oh, that's not right at all. Damn, dude, that's not right at all. Um, okay. I thought I had solved this. Yeah, I thought I had solved this already. I was sending doubles back and forth before. Was I not? What is this? I equals num clients. Wait. Okay. We've received doubles. I don't know that we've ever sent doubles. I believe we've sent ints, which should be a comparable problem. What did I do here? Huh. Crap. I'm not gonna solve this tonight. This is another potentially deep problem. The data's getting jumbled. I believe just the doubles though. Yeah, I think the tracks and the key states are totally fine. It doesn't make sense that since these are happening in the future that... Oh, wait. So probably some of these are at a reasonable time. They're like in negative time or something like that, maybe? It wouldn't surprise me. Which is how we got 222 boos. It has to be that, right? Surely. Wait a second. How many key events did we get? 149? No, we got 600. It says 600 right there. But right now it's saying it only goes up to 148. Why? Why are you lying to me? He doesn't want to show me the data. Well, I assume that just out of random chance, some of them are going to be before the current time. But it's possible that I'm wrong and that part of the logic is also not working. Wow. Oh, we're so close. But we're not there just yet. Oh my god. Oh, it took me 2 hours to figure out that stupid bug. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed somehow. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably not going to stream again until Monday, though. We'll see. But yeah, thank you. And hope to see you then. Until then, farewell.